McFly subscribers. I'm out fishing, finally. It's been a while. I had to deal with a lot of stuff, going back and getting the house ready and all that, but finally I'm out fishing. And I'm out fishing with Paul from Killer Fuzz. He's over there getting all ready. And we drove over to a little park here, and I'm not going to tell you the park, but there is a nice little creek that Paul says that he's caught quite a few fish on, but he wants to keep it kind of a secret. Now, it is kind of known, but he does not necessarily want the 2 million people in San Antonio to know about it. So, I'm not going to name the name of the creek. If you fished it before, you might know where it is, but if you fished it before, you already know where it is, so I'm not going to, I'm not giving it away. But yeah, I'm excited fishing with my 5-weight. We're going to be the Risen Rod 5-weight. We're going to be fishing for Rios. Hopefully it warms up. I guess they like the warmer, sunnier weather, so it's a little cloudy right now. Hopefully it warms up. And bass and panfish and stuff like that. There's some carp and catfish and stuff like that too in here, but hopefully we catch. So we're gonna go in there. There's some snakes, I was told, so I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully I don't get it bit by a rattler or something, but anyway, that's what we're doing. Come along with me and we'll go catch some fish. Hey guys, so I'm also starting with a llano bug. And I got contacted after tying that bug by Kevin, who is the original tyer, and a really nice guy, and he gave me some pointers on kind of how to retie it. So look out for that video. That video's coming, should probably be next week, on my redo of it, and that's this exact one actually that I put on video. I'm gonna bring in and tie. So he gave me some pointers on how to make it a little better and tie it a little quicker too, which is nice. But that's what I'm going to do, and he said that he doesn't like to drop anything on the back of it, so doesn't like to do a dry dropper because it kills the action. He says he has a lot better action without that. So I'm going to try just that for a little while and see if I can't get a few takes on the dry. And then when it warms up a little bit, I'll try to drop something off the back of it, use it as a bobber, and hopefully catch some fish off the nymph. But that's pretty much what we'll be doing here, is probably nymphing more like. More or less, but I might try some streamers. Looks actually like Paul's got a game changer on, so he's going for big things. So anyway, I'll see you out there.
Since Paul had fished this creek before, he was giving me a few pointers on what to do. Also, it was really nice of him to let me cast first to one of the better spots, under the fallen tree here. Now, I had some brush behind me, so it was all roll cast at this spot, but I was able to start catching right away. This bass hit when I was about to recast. It's sure amazing how hard these little sunfish pull. Okay, a much nicer bass than the first one. I think we could have caught probably 100 fish at this spot, but it was time to move. Well, I missed him there, but I had a second shot. Now, I didn't always get Paul in the shot, and this was not just his second fish. He already had quite a few by now as well. This is the same llano bug. These things are really durable. This small creek reminds me of that time that I went and fished that very small creek with my buddy Jeff in Colorado. Very tight quarters, but amazing fishing. Now my goal was to catch a Rio on this trip, and Paul said he saw a few of them in this hole, so I switched my fly to a Rio getter to see if I could get one of them to strike. Well, not a Rio, but these little guys sure are beautiful. I think Paul called them a redbreast. Really, some of the prettiest fish I've ever seen. And this hole was producing, seemed like every other cast. Then we saw a decent-sized bass shoot out into the center and then duck back against the bank, so I tried to cast towards him. Well, not a monster. Paul said that was a decent-sized Guadeloupe bass. And here he is, giving me a lesson on how to tell the difference between Guadeloupe and other bass species. Boy, there were a lot of fish in this hole, so I had to get my camera in there to see if it would pick them up. Well, the water was a bit too cloudy, but you do get to see a few fish. There is the Rio getter I've been using, and it seems to be working, so I'll keep it on. That fish was so small that I set the hook and it went flying. We finally came up to this still water area, almost like a shallow lake. Lots of fish in it also. Again, in almost every cast type of situation. Paul there with a really nice sunfish. Well, we decided to make our way back, and stopped at that one hole to see if we could hook a Rio. However, I only got one small bass. We decided to fish our way back to where the car was parked. We got a few small bass, but I really wanted a Rio. So Paul said there was a hole really close to where our car was parked that usually holds some Rios. So we made our way there, but of course got a few bass along the way. Well, here we are at that hole, and me keeping my fingers crossed because I really wanted to get a Rio. Hey, and it was a Rio! Finally, I got one. Boy, they're pretty little guys, aren't they? Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, here I am hooking a few more bass, but our car is parked just past those guys on the far bank there. I had a really good time on this trip. Like I said, it reminded me of many of the small creeks I fished in Colorado. Beautiful fish and scenery on dry flies and small nymphs. Just an absolute blast. So if you haven't done it yet, go check out Paul's YouTube channel. It's called Killer Fuzz. He goes and fishes all over southern Texas, and he really has some cool footage of amazing fish. And he sure knows the area, and knows how to catch the fish here. Also, many of you always ask what rod I'm using, and this one is called the ITB rod, and it's from Risen Fly Rods. They make really high quality rods and reels, and also carry line and other accessories for fly fishing, all of which at very good prices. And that price is even better for you since you're one of my subs. They offered all of my subscribers a discount code for anything on their website. Just type in McFly at checkout to get your discount. I will put a link to their website in the description section of the video, but it's simple to remember, www.risenfly.com. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. and if you did, please hit the like button and also subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you on the next video. Now you go catch some fish.